Morning everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to my channel. So today we are going to discuss price determination in different forms of market. So firstly let's talk about what is market. So market is the market is not a particular place where goods and services are exchanged, but what should be there in for the market, there should be buyer and seller relation, and they are exchanging goods and services. So this is known as market. Now what are the different types of market? So let's talk about it. So firstly, there are the most important for the exam perspective, if I would tell. So there are different forms of market, like as perfect competition, monopoly, and monopolistic, oligopoly, bilateral monopoly, oligopoly, monopoly, and duopoly. And now let's discuss separately. So firstly talk about the perfect competition. What is the most important thing in the perfect competition? Like in this there are many sellers and identical product, like the same things, and many sellers are distributing and selling that thing. So what are the characteristics of perfect competition? Let's talk about. The first one is large number of buyers and seller. Like there are various sellers in the market and various buyers in the market. Okay, and talking about homogeneous product, like एक ही product होता है पूरी market में, एंड फ्री एंट्री एंड एग्जिट, कभी भी सेलर आ सकता है मार्केट में, कभी भी निकल सकता है, लाइक अपना बिजनेस क्लोज कर सकता है. एंड द अदर थिंग इज perfect knowledge, like every buyer have the perfect knowledge of the market, and mobility of factor production, there is a mobility in the factor of production. Price take up here, what is there, like the seller is the price taker. He would not determine the, or he, like in monopoly, seller has the power to make the price, and to say to sell at what price whatever they want. But in the perfect competition the seller doesn't have that power, so he is the price taker. Okay, so firstly you can understand by this diagram, a small diagram as well. Like here we can say that the price is determined by the demand and supply in the market, and this is the same price that is that the seller of the perfect competition is taking. So here price equals to margin revenue equals to average revenue and demand. Okay, so this was the thing of perfect competition. Now let's talk about the its equilibrium. So firstly there are two conditions in the perfect competition, and talking about these two conditions are in all the forms of market. This is very important. Okay, so firstly let's talk about MR, marginal revenue equals to marginal cost, and second condition is marginal cost must be rising, or MC cut MR from below. Here you can see easily that there is price, quantity, and here this is the I can make the diagram here as well for your understanding. Here you can see this is the marginal cost. Okay, and here price equals to average revenue. These all are the things equal. Here quantity x, y we can say. Okay, so at this point here you can see that MC, this is MC, this is MR we can say. Okay, so here at this point MC is cutting the MR, and here you can see at this point both are equal. And let's talk about the other thing, that is MC. Here we can see that MC must be rising, or MC cut MR from below. So here MC is cutting the MR from the below. You can see नीचे से ऊपर काट रही है. So this is the thing, this is the condition. Now what are the other things that are important for the exam perspective? That is in short run you can see that if average revenue is more than average cost, then you can say super profit. Okay, a super normal profit we can say. And if average revenue is equal to average cost, then it means that normal profit, or we can say other point is break even point. We can also say this point break even. And if एवरेज रेवेन्यू इज लेस देन एवरेज कॉस्ट, वॉट एवर तुमने कॉस्ट इन्वेस्ट की और उससे भी कम तुम्हारा रेवेन्यू, देन इट इज नॉर्मल लॉस. यू कैन नो. And if this is most important thing, and do you know what, it comes in exam as well. Like if average revenue, if average revenue is less than average variable cost, so what the seller should do, he should like shut down his business. And shut down means like for the temporary, because he is not able to because वो यहाँ पर अपनी कॉस्ट भी नहीं निकाल पा रहा है, दैट्स वाई. सो हेयर लाइक वन थिंग इज दैट वो यहाँ पर टेम्परेरी बंद क्लोज कर देगा अपना बिजनेस. सो उसका मैक्सिमम लॉस क्या होगा, दैट इज फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट. वाई? बिकॉज फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट तो हमेशा रहेगी, लाइक उसने टेम्परेरी बंद किया है ना, बट जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चार्जेस हैं वो तो जाएंगे ही जाएंगे. सो दैट्स वाई लाइक जो उसका मैक्सिमम लॉस होगा एट द टाइम ऑफ टेम्परेरी क्लोज्ड बिजनेस, वो उसका फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट होगा. एंड दिस इज द क्वेश्चन, this comes in other exams. Okay, or in long run we can say that there would be normal profit in the perfect competition. This is also the PYQs. Okay, so here now we are going to talk about the monopoly. In monopoly there are single seller and differentiated product, we can say. Now here you can see the characteristics. Let's talk about the characteristics of the monopoly. So here you can see single seller, and from like there are many forms in the industry. Okay, so anti restriction, like in the monopoly only one seller is there, and there are anti restrictions. This can be legal, artificial, economic, like government as well. So no close substitute. Okay, and elasticity of demand is less than 1. Okay, it is very important. And he is price maker, that I told you in perfect competition. The seller is not a seller, is a price taker, but here we can say seller is price maker. You can see here. Okay, so condition both are the same that I told you. Same condition is here only. MC equals to MR, and MC rise and cut MR from below. Okay, you can say. But here what happened, like that this is the thing of the perfect competition that I told you. But here we can see, here we can see like average revenue, and you can see MR as well, marginal revenue. And here MC is going upward. Here you can see that at this point MC equals to MR, and MC is cutting MR from below. So this is the point of equilibrium. Okay, and the question that is PYQ is that MR divide this AR and this line in the halfway, or we can say MR curve lies halfway, and cut horizontal line between y-axis and AR into two parts. That is the PYQ. Now the next thing is that MR can be 0, but AR can never be 0. So this is also important, you can remember. Now let's talk about the like MR, marginal revenue, and total revenue relationship. So here you can see, if marginal revenue is 0, then total revenue is maximum. Okay, so this is the thing that I wanted to tell you. Now the next thing is, in short run and long run, in monopoly, in long run he will earn supernormal profit. Okay, and in short run supernormal, normal profit and normal loss, anything could happen. Now the most important thing, that is price discrimination. So here we can see that if there is lower elasticity, then price would be high, and if there is high elasticity, then price will be low. And what are the conditions of monopoly? And this is very important, it comes in question, it comes in exams. So firstly, there should be full control over supply. Second is division of market into 2 or more sub markets. Okay, now different price elasticity under different market, like there should be different market, and no possibility to resale. What does it mean? No possibility to resale, what does it mean? That is like कस्टमर वन मार्केट से लेकर से दूसरी मार्केट में नहीं सेल कर सकता, एंड अगर ऐसा किया तो उसकी मोनोपोली चली जाएगी. सो दीज आर दी एजम्पशंस वी कैन से. And now what is the relationship? This is very important. Here, like there is the formula, marginal revenue equals to average revenue into price elasticity of demand minus 1 divided by price elasticity of demand. Here E is price elasticity of demand. So like if you want to find marginal revenue sorry, here you can see this is the formula, and if elasticity of demand is 1, then marginal value would be 0. This is PYQs. And like मैं तुम्हें बता रही हूँ कि what are the PYQs because I have analyzed this, and so I am able to tell you, and these are the really very important things. And if price elasticity of demand is more than 1, then marginal revenue positive. Okay, or we can or here you can see elasticity of demand is less than 1 and MR is negative, then MR that means MR is less than 0. Okay, so that I told you. Now we have completed our 2 markets, and now let's talk about the third one, that is monopolistic competition. Here what happened, like here many sellers and different product, and what happened in, now we can compare, we like you will remember after seeing the relationship between them, and if you are making the relationship between the topics, then it would be you will remember always. Okay, so here you can see like in monopolistic competition many sellers and different product, but in perfect competition there are many sellers and identical products. Here products are same, but here products are different. So what are the characteristics of it? That large number of buyer and sellers, no doubt, free entry and exit, product differentiation. This is the most important condition. Okay, this is most important condition, and it differentiate from other market. Non-price competition, here like non-price competition means like advertising पर बहुत ज़्यादा खर्चा होता है. Imperfect mobility, and every firm is price maker and taker of his own product, and average revenue and marginal revenue will be more elastic than monopoly. In monopoly it is less elastic, but here in monopolistic competition it is more elastic. Okay, and if we talk about the equilibrium or diagram, it is same as the monopoly, so why to waste time? Okay, now we have completed 3 markets. Now we are on 4th market, that is oligopoly. So here there are few sellers, and the one thing like this is also a question that in exams, that in which market people forms cartel. So it happened in oligopoly. Okay, cartels में जो ग्रुप बना लेते हैं लोग. And now here we can see what are the characteristics of it. That is few seller, that I told you. Interdependence, like if one seller is changing the price, then it would affect the other. Okay, and that I told you later in the video only. Advertising and selling cost, it happened. And here like the most important part of the oligopoly market is kinked demand curve, and we can also see interdeterminateness, okay, of demand curve. And here like kinked demand curve hypothesis given by, it is also important, that is Paul A. Swigi. Okay, and we can also say that Swigi model. Here we can see that here it is demand. Okay, and this is the we can say the quantity and demand. Okay, so now price and quantity. Here what is the king demand curve hypothesis? That is, this is the important part. Okay, so focus it. Here if one firm reduce the price, okay, the competitor will reduce the price. If let's say like there are 2 juice corners we can say, so if अगर ये price गिरा रहा है, then he will also reduce the price. And if because अगर ये 10 रुपये का बेच रहा है and now he is selling at 9, then he will, and he was also selling at 10, now he will also sell at 9, otherwise इसकी सेल गिर जाएगी. And if we talk about the price increase, here we can say if firm may increase the price, competitor will not increase the price. अगर ये 10 से 11 प्राइस कर लेता है, तो लाइक इसके अगर ये 10 से 11 प्राइस नहीं करेगा, बिकॉज सेल गिर जाएगी एंड 10 पर इसकी सेल और ज़्यादा होगी. सो दिस इज द इंटरडिपेंडेंस इन दैम. And this is also here we can say that one seller, like if he is reducing the price from 10 to 9, you can see, so like the like demand will increase less, okay, because the other competitor is well. And if he is increasing the price, here you can say demand is decreasing more, okay. So that's why he will not increase the price, other competitor will not increase the price. This was about the oligopoly. So let's congratulate, we have completed 4 market and major part of this chapter. Here you can see bilateral monopoly. In this, what happened, there is single seller and single buyer and single seller, okay. And in oligopoly, like small number of large buyer, we can say like buyer नहीं होते हैं, buyer जो है small number के होते हैं, बहुत कम buyer होते हैं, लेकिन वो large होते हैं, like बड़े बड़े होते हैं, we can say. मोनोपसनी एक ही से buyer होता है, okay. कभी कभी ये भी question आ जाता है, what do you mean by monopoly? And now talk about duopoly. There are 2 sellers in this, okay. And this is the thing, that if we divide on the basis of market, then time, short period and long period. In short period, like all the are variable, and in long period, like factors can change, so all factors are variable, and it happened in normal price. So this was about the price determination in the different forms of market. And so this was all about the chapter. We have completed the whole chapter in the 16 to 17 minutes. And so yeah, you can now you can solve other PYQs, and definitely you would be able to solve it. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye everyone.